Jones Park, Mississippi's front yard and the largest beachfront park anywhere along the Gulf of Mexico. It lies next to the Bert Jones Yacht Basin. But to fully appreciate what lies ahead for the harbor and Jones Park, we must first understand the history of this treasured land. Joseph T. Jones, born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1842, 17 years before the Drake well in Titusville, Pennsylvania, became the first to strike oil in the United States. During a courageous tour of duty in the Civil War, Captain Jones suffered bullet wounds to both of his feet. He returned home to Pennsylvania, where the appeal of the oil industry was simply irresistible. By the late 1890s, Jones, a savvy businessman and a risk-taker, had built a large fortune in the oil industry, and an opportunity to purchase the bankrupt Gulf and Ship Island Railroad and prime timberland in Mississippi lured Jones to the south. He eventually completed the railroad from Jackson to the Gulf Coast and continued to invest millions building the Gulfport harbor and dredging the channel all the way to Ship Island. Jones died in 1916, leaving hundreds of acres of valuable Mississippi property to his heirs. In 1935, Grace Jones Stewart, heir of the Jones family, gave the beachfront park to the city with the promise that it would be used solely for recreational purposes. The City of Gulfport has kept its promise and now plans to enhance its commitment by transforming the park and the harbor, named for Captain Jones's son, into a grand center for public enjoyment. In August of 2005, Hurricane Katrina devastated the park and Small Craft Harbor, including Uri Pier, which was once a popular destination for seaside dining at the Old Whitecap restaurant. The first of a multi-phase restoration project includes the construction of a children's splash pad, sidewalks, lighting pavilion, playground, and green space in the southeastern corner of Jones Park. The second phase of the project realigns and widens 20th Avenue leading into the park, adding a roundabout and creating additional parking along the eastern edge of the harbor. Next, the plan calls for a new public pavilion to replace the old Rice Pavilion which Katrina swept away. This new, larger pavilion, located in the northeastern corner of the harbor, will play host to various events, including weddings, family reunions, cruising the coast, and the Mississippi Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo. Just to the south of the new pavilion, right along 20th Avenue, will be the new Harbor Services facility that will be home to the Harbor Master's office, restrooms, and other park and harbor services. From here, we will make our way south down 20th Avenue along the harbor's edge, where we find a large stretch of city beach between Moses and Uri Piers. The plan is to re-energize this public amenity. From there, further to the southwest is additional parking and a proposed fuel dock. Looking over the harbor and its 319 boat slips, the elevated platforms that will house the electrical service equipment for the park are clearly visible. Traveling down Jones Park Drive, the east-west route that runs between the harbor and the park, we come to a large green space, a public plaza to be used for picnics and parties and larger events such as concerts. The land has a gentle slope, undetectable to the human eye. The slope provides an amphitheater effect, allowing anyone seated on the grass a perfect view of the event stage located between two small pavilions, just north of the boat launch. Farther to the east is the new Gulfport Lighthouse, which will become a signature structure for the harbor and a postcard image for the city. Down the lighted walking path that stretches the length of the harbor, we come to the new Fisherman's Village, an open-air market that will allow farmers and fishermen to sell their fresh harvest. Nearly a century ago, the City of Gulfport made a simple promise. A promise to protect this precious beachfront property. A pledge to make sure Jones Park and the harbor provide endless enjoyment for all of us and for future generations. And that's a promise we intend to keep.
The City of Gulfport thanks you for watching this presentation of your local government on City TV.